Kingdom come, I will be on. And as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, glory, in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. One, one, one. All right, continue to listen. What's the favorite topic is? Anyone want to know? Um, Accountability, reproof, and correction. But so, of course, today's testimony and was entirely my local place. Some last couple of weeks. However, today we're going to have to gently, come on up. Lock it up with gently. Wow. Well, they're going to just, so, I know. So, this is going to be a real conversation. All right, so self accountability so hard to accept constantly you went through. Once again, how is self accountability hard to accept? How can you improve? Yeah, I get the question. This is gonna be personal. Personally, I'm not thinking philosophy so all right, who knows? Think your name, Dave, yeah.
So accountability is so hard to accept because a lot of times people they don't want to accept what they've done. So they're they don't want to accept what they've done. So that's why I take accountability for it personally. Um, I could just look at the life of the things that I've done in my life and keep that
Yeah. Next, the time once again, why is self accountability so hard to accept? And how can you improve? How can you improve is personal to you. Another Kenya, Jake, Nate, Greg, and him.
I feel like accountability is hard to accept because people always want to be so perfect, but um, they don't accept what they've done wrong. But really, no one is perfect, so really gotta like get over that. No, that's my personal opinion of me. That's how I'm with others. Cause I was trying to be perfect too, but no one's perfect, be perfect. So you gotta take responsibility for wrong, cause that's the way life is.
Right, that's definitely. I once again, I want everybody in here to listen to this because once again, it is hard, especially with this, because you have to take accountability for your actions. Like Donovan said, you are not perfect, you are not God, you are going to do wrong in your life. 9 times out of 10, you're going to do wrong a lot. Right? So you have to be aware of what wrong is so that you can correct yourself. All right, next. Who's coming on up? Closer. Have a question? I'm gonna. All right, what's your why yourself putting so hard to accept, and how can you improve personally?
Self-accountability, right? Far as I said, it's like, don't know what you do it nowhere. You're doing like, um,
Yo, now what's going on? A lot of people will not admit that. Like, so this is good because if you can admit what your issue is, then you can start to work on it, right? All right, next. Well, question. Go ahead.
Um, my name is Cheyenne. I'm in 10th grade. And I think that self accountability is hard to, like take in and accept because people don't want to, like what Malachi said, they don't want to deal with the consequences. They don't want to believe that they're that kind of person. They want to use it and blame it on someone else to make themselves feel better and look good to other people to impress me. And one way I think that I can work on my own self accountability is watching my actions, watch what I say, read the Bible a lot more.
All right, good job. Clap it up. And next.
My name's Michael. I'm 10th grade.
Go ahead.
I think self accountability for a lot of people because everyone wants to keep their own. Everyone wants to preserve their own self image, and looking back on your own decisions can kind of bring that down, as well as kind of ruin your own mentality. Because everyone thinks of themselves a certain way, and I know one thing that I can do to help me keep my self accountability is also stop and think more of what I had to me making a decision and go back.
All right, good job. Clap it up for Michael. Clap it up for Michael. Yes. All right, so once again, remember, this is not easy to do. And also, for everybody that's thinking about it, especially the ones that's confessing it, put it into action. So you're confessing it in front of people. So you want to put it into action, right? That's how you get better, right? Pressure. Pressure is good. So, right. All right. Once again, the question is, all right, why is self accountability so hard to accept? And how can you improve?
So, I say, like sometimes people have hard time getting things off their chest. They have so much to do. It's something for me back there. Something that for you know. Um, that's it. Um,
Just stickers. Stickers, stickers.
yeah, we have more Chinese stuff.
But I don't share it, I don't care. Now, sometimes it's hard to know. Once again, you have to be aware. You'll get when you get older, you'll figure that out more and more. But once again, don't blindside yourself and think that you're perfect because once again, you ain't gonna do wrong in life. You're gonna do wrong lives. Especially until you really understand who you're dealing with. You're dealing with a guy that's going to hold you accountable, even if you don't hold each other accountable. He's gonna do it, right? All right, next. Any questions? Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Lordy. And I'm an early teacher. And um, and so I mean it's hard for people to like to accept. I mean like what's the kind of no, I self accountability is hard because I feel like people like they're afraid of being judged by others and stuff like that. It's like if you did something and like you're afraid to be judged by somebody. And you know, it can deal with a lot of trauma like past feeling what you have done and stuff like that. And that's just hard on somebody to accept that. And okay. So you can improve, I can improve by making sure that I'm learning from my mistakes and doing the right thing. So when something comes up, nobody really has nothing to say about me or to me. 'Cause my mom always told me if you are doing, or if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing or told, then don't like, don't give nobody a reason to say nothing to you, especially if you get angry, like, little stuff and you get you out to. But anyways, yes, that's what I have to say.
Moment. All right, another trick is the quicker you receive correction or prompts, the easier it is when somebody comes to you. They're not gonna come as hard to you. Right? Sometimes they'll let it go off because eventually you'll figure out that you did something wrong. You want to get to that point where somebody, oh, I know they gonna figure it out. Sometimes they don't have to say anything. But if you're just bullheaded and hard headed, stiff necked, somebody gonna feel like they gotta come to you with a baseball bat in order to actually coach you. Like I gotta slap you upside the head to actually correct you because it's so hard headed. So you don't want to be like that. All right. One more. Come on, sir. Well, all right, let him speak. Yes, sir.
My name is Kai. I'm Tucker. Question.
All right, let's get a question. Why is self accountability so hard to accept, and how can you improve?
Um, the reason why, well, first of all, the reason why self-accountability is so hard to accept is because we don't know what to really get in trouble for. We get in trouble when like your parents take away stuff and like say if you're like playing this game or something happens in the game that you want to play but you can't do it. So it's like yeah. And one way I can
So how can you improve?
one way I can improve is by following God. So yeah, all the
All right, guys, well, we're there. Actually, that's something. One more. Volunteers. Emerson, come on up. Come on up. Just one more. All right. So once again, why is self accountability so hard to accept? And how can you improve? Name, grade, and answer. So,
Alright, my name is Emerson. I'm in the sixth grade, and most of the time, people don't want to be accountable for their actions because usually accountability takes place like when you're in trouble or you have to face some type of consequence, so they don't want to face that type of consequence, or they might be scared that their parents might punish them, or they're already getting punished. So, like Brother Eli said, they'll start pointing it to a different direction to other people instead of themselves. So yeah, and I think a way you can improve it is basically just praying about it, reading the Bible.
sir, how can you as an individual?
I will improve it by praying. Praying, reading my Bible, going to Brother Eli, talking to people. Yeah.
Why, unfortunately, that is awesome. Turn out this place, Jerusalem. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Don't pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And on as it is in heaven. Come up this day, my living day. We forgive about that soul. And
Clear my one of myself. This man, let me go move for his ball. You know, very much of that.
Drink crap and pizza is not. You go to the post and
Very young.
look up. Yeah, I was at my farm.
Yeah. Well,
Well, what's the you part of it? Well,